Hey, welcome to What's the Play? Who cares?
No, you can go right now.
I am.
You're live.
I'm live. Are you live? Welcome, everyone. How are you doing tonight? We had a bit of technical difficulties, so now we're back in action. What's up, Steven?
I don't know. I can't hear myself. Why am I doing bringing these anyways? Because I can't hear myself out of that. There's not two plugs. I'm sorry. Go. You start.
There you go. You can hear both of us now.
Oh, I can. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Who Cares podcast.
That's all you got? I'm just kidding.
Starring me, Stephen with a PH, and the lovely
Tori Michaels.
Pleasure to meet you again this week.
No, it's a pleasure to meet you again, too.
You are looking so sexy in your schoolgirl outfit. Uh-oh, here he comes. Is it coming in?
I think we're having our guest
Is it coming in?
star coming
But
in.
what
right
is
now.
happening right now?
I think that.
Oh, that was just my phone. Okay.
So.
Whatever, we're doing the
how
ghetto
was your
version
week
again.
this-
Anyways, yes, Miss Tori, let's start this over. Welcome to the Who Cares podcast. Starring me, Stephen with the PH, and you,
Tori Michaels.
the lovely Miss Tori Michaels, who is in her Catholic school uniform, looking Catholic as always, even though she's evangelical or she's no denomination, no domination.
Baptized Lutheran.
Baptized the Lutheran, Lex Lutheran.
Lex Lutheran. Oh goodness.
How do you feel?
Superman. I feel great. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Thank you again for a wonderful Monday. Carne asada.
So good.
And carne asada that was so good that the people that work in the building were able to come down and use the pool, and they thought, wow, that's amazing that we can use this pool now that the people have left the pool. And the smell of your carne asada,
I think it attracted them.
I think so too.
It was like a magnet.
As soon as
They're
I
like,
came,
they're like the people of the carne. The carne.
The carne. So, Ms. Tori Michaels, we got to move this thing along because last week we're just getting started in this thing, this whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
All of this is brought to you by What's the Play. The Who Cares podcast is brought to you by what'stheplay.net, or go to What's the Play app on Twitter, and there you will find the video for the YouTubes. You will find our Twitch channel here, and you will also find our Discord where you can be part of the community.
Sign up for that Discord.
Sign up for the Discord.
You can find the link inside the bio on our Twitter.
Yes.
That's What's the Play app.
On Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And their secret prizes and secret love will be given to you.
Oh, yes. But is it really that big of a secret? You just told it.
Oh, shit. Well, it is because everybody that's listening to it is actually an amazing person and so sick, so definitely in tune with the world. So I would say yes, they are. This is a secret society. What would you call the secret society? Because we don't want to call it anything to do like Illuminati's hormones. We would call it what?
The SS?
Jesus Christ! Not during this
Secret
time.
Society.
Oh yeah,
SS.
we don't want to do that. We don't want to do
Wait, oh, you were going another direction.
Yeah,
no.
Jesus.
I was not going that direction.
that. Well, you are white.
Wow, no, I am
Oh, you're
a
Mexican.
multicultured.
You're Mexican.
Yes.
You're
Italian.
Italiano.
Italiano.
Paisano.
So, did you do anything fun this weekend?
I did a lot of things fun. You know what? I saw that some people have been watching this.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the people that were watching this. You know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Clipping it, shoving it back. Clip snip.
Clip snip. Snip.
I did this weekend. Yeah, actually, I played golf with my dad. And today, rest in peace, all the other stores that now have to be closed.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'll turn this around here.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Starting
we live
tomorrow?
in California here, so the governor Gavin Newsom
Mm-hmm.
has now made it official. Everything is being closed down. I can't go to the gym anymore. Just when I'm getting my perfect, fantastic, like V-shaped back. Yeah. Just when I'm getting my V-shaped back, they want to take it away from me. They want to take everything away from me.
Everything.
I want to take it away.
I don't think everything.
You're taking my rights away.
No, I think that you're just motivation.
Well, I mean,
because when you take the gym from people,
that's what I'm saying.
Takes their motivation.
What about when you want to get your hair did?
There are other ways to work out.
I've been doing that, but they tell me I can't do that either because Corona.
No, I mean like go in nature and work out. Hiking.
Bears have Corona too. So you got this for me. I don't know if I busted this out last time. I'm not bougie at all, I promise. I think I did. It was a Chanel mask.
I think you're more bougie than you think.
That's how we started.
Your dad liked it though.
Yeah, my dad. I couldn't believe he knew. I mean, he's
all about Chanel.
Well, he had to buy my mom some stuff when they were dating, and when they're loving each other. You know.
How long have you been together?
Jesus, like 45 years, 50 years.
Wow.
30 years.
That's commendable.
35 years, 45. Somewhere between that.
Take my age to be
plus
with somebody.
Like 4 or 5 years.
Do they still like each other?
So like 45, 40 years. What?
They still like each other?
Yeah. No, crazy, right? I mean, we've known each other for what? 10, 15 years?
Since I was like 19. I'm 30 now. So it's been a while.
Man. You were 19.
What?
Just kidding.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, you don't look a day. You actually haven't changed. No, you haven't.
You haven't changed that. I think you look younger now than you did back then.
Yeah, well, I was very serious. I was very serious back then.
Yeah, you wore suits all the time.
Shaved head.
Bulkier. You're
Bulkier.
more like,
yeah, and you know what? Then I realized it's okay to be slim.
Yeah. I think there was
too much
muscle. You know?
Yeah, too much. Because people wanted to fight me all the time.
Oh, really? Is that because...
I had to be bulky.
Why did they want to fight you?
You have a face, I guess, that people want to fight.
I thought you had a face...
You're pretty much the only person who's been kind to me.
You're so full of shit.
But you know what? You have been very kind to me. You actually talked me down. I was actually going crazy a little bit earlier. Everybody, I know it seems like I have a very calm demeanor, but I was actually losing my goddamn mind.
Earlier. With our technical difficulties?
Yeah.
But usually in those situations, like with anybody, whenever they're going through like a frustration thing or they can't figure something out, usually if you just stop, take a breath, and then just relook and reanalyze it, like walk away and then come back, then I know it sounds really cheesy, but
it doesn't.
But like usually the things you're looking for are right in front of your face.
The mic?
Well, whatever. I'm just saying, like you could be frantically looking for something, and then you're like, "Oh, that's cute."
I'm serious.
You touched my feathers on.
So, what should our secret society be called? Like the Who Cares podcast, right? That's the name of it. But we don't want to call them the Who Careites, or we should call it something really cool,
like a clever
like
name.
The Blades.
Like it has to have a clever name.
The Razor
I don't know if
Blades.
you've looked on Netflix lately, but Netflix they have
the
this
Ozarks?
new series. No, they have this new series called The Order.
Ooh.
And it's about a secret society. And then there's it kind of gets a little lame with the werewolves, but besides that part, it's like all secret society and stuff.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we put it to our listeners, to everybody?
If you had a secret society club,
what fuck would you name it? And we will give you all the love in the world if you name it, because we'll take from it. We may not like it, but we probably will because we don't really want to think about it. I'm just being honest. I have a lot of things to do. I have a lot of things, as you can see on that list, and I got this list, I got that list.
Full of lists.
Is it the list?
As long as you execute the items. The list.
Yeah, you're on the list.
Damn. That's deep right there.
I don't know. Just email us at steven@whocaresthepodcast.com. And also, if you love lovely Miss Tori Michael's outfit, she is a Catholic school girl, and she loves Catholic school.
Hey, I have nothing against it. My mom went to an all-girls Catholic school.
Fuck yeah, she did.
And she got kicked out.
Fuck yeah, she did. I was supposed to go to an all-boys Catholic school. Servite.
Fuck yeah, you did.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Servite was an all-boys Catholic school?
Exactly. So I take the test.
Wait.
I take the test, pass it, whatever. I'm sure it's real hard. But none of my friends are going there. And then I found out, Servite's an all-boys Catholic school? Yeah, I guess it is. Thanks a lot for telling me, parents. They probably did.
I didn't know about that.
Right, but I looked around and saw who was taking that test. I thought, this isn't going to do very well for me. in school. Like, what do I have to look forward to every day? You know, like a lot of times when you go to classes, there's that good, you know, if you like the opposite sex, which I'm sure maybe if I was flaming homosexual at that time, not like now, just kidding. No, but like if I was one at the time, you know, I would have been like all for it. But at the time, I like to see a little variety, you know, not a bunch of sweaty balls.
I thought about going to an all-girls school, but then I was like,
see, but I feel like that's
might not be for me.
And you know what they say? People who go to all Catholic school or boys' school, whatever, they say like, okay, but it's okay because there's sister schools. There's
oh yeah,
they
have like the all girls school and then the all boys school, and they
when do they hang out?
have dances or something where they like commune.
That doesn't mean they see each other every day, so they get to know who that person is.
No.
You got to see that person every day to like build up that like. Oh, fuck,
see, that's why.
Does she like me?
See, that's why I didn't like school for that.
What do you mean?
I didn't like school for that.
Build up.
Yeah, no. I mean, there was the games of boys chase girls.
I'm still looking
like
for that. Because every time I go, I you know, have relations. It's like just that night, you know, and it's like I don't get that build up, you know. I don't work with them really, and if I do, I like that build up.
You like the build up?
Yeah, because it kind of gets you like, you know, like you put them on a pedestal, and if it's fantasy or not, you put them on a pedestal, and then maybe you like them better because I seem to be very disappointed every time.
Wow, it seems a little tragic.
It's not really. It's just we have so many options now. You know?
Plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish in the sea.
I mean, what do you think? I
think that there are a lot of people. And
that's funny. I said that to my dad. I said, "There's plenty of people." And my dad goes, "You're talking about girls."
What?
Something like that.
Whoa! Is he on? Is he catching on?
Shut up.
I'm just kidding.
So no, but it was funny because the way I said it sounded like it doesn't matter. I mean, like, be rhinoceroses.
I don't know. My dad says new societies, their mentality of this whole bisexual thing is all messed up, and I was like, is it really? Like,
I don't know, but what about pansexual?
What's that?
They look it up, but I believe it's anything.
Nuh-uh. Pansexual?
Yeah, like I mean, I'm not talking children. I'm talking about like anything like within the realm
not limited to sexual choice
there
with regard to biological sex, gender.
What does that mean? Could it be an animal?
An example.
Could it be an animal?
Agreeable to many types of sexual behavior. I think I'm pansexual.
Could it be an animal?
Sounds like a good animal.
No. Jesus. I mean, because that animal wouldn't know. I mean, that animal, you know, doesn't have really to say.
I don't know. It says, is the sexual attraction to a person of a sex or gender furthermore termed bisexual? It's basically bisexual.
Huh.
With multiple genders.
With Peter Pan. Yeah, okay, so what's that multiple gender?
It's probably like transgender.
Oh, yeah.
Like all
it's all human beings, though.
Yeah. Chicks with dicks, you know?
Gotcha. Well,
I mean, that could be like the whole package. You got the titties.
No, I'm completely, I understand that. So bisexual would just be man or a woman.
Or female.
But pita.
Is everyone?
Pita pan.
Pita pan.
I wonder if that's where they get it from, pan. Or no, you get it from the pan.
Bread. Give me the pan.
Oh, pan dulce. Maybe they get it from that. Maybe they get it from pan, like pancia, or what is it? Pan, with the continents were together. Pangea. Pandemic. Oh my God, we're in a pandemic.
Pandemic.
And you're in a pansexual. You might be the leader.
The
money. You might be the leader of the pandemic if you're pansexual. To every pansexual out there, can you please email us? Or here, you can get on our chat box here.
The chat box?
It's right there.
What is
right
that?
There. See the chat box?
Below?
That's where you would be. No, to the left.
I think that everybody should be chatting up on the chat box.
Chat. I love your outfit though, because it does remind me of times long ago.
I like your outfit.
Thank you.
You know what it reminds me of? You know Zach Slater from Saved by the Bell?
Well, first of all, it's Zach Morris or AC Slater.
Okay, well,
I like Zach
because
Slater.
I liked both of them.
I know, because I'm Mexican and
you're kind of both of them.
That's right. You know what's funny about that?
So I said Zach Slater.
That's funny you say that because it's funny you say that because my buddy, shout out to Joe Fig, he used to call me Zach Martinez because he said I look like Zach Morris, but the Mexican version.
Mm-hmm.
So is that?
You got the Slater, little dimples and the smile. Aww.
That wasn't. Are we supposed to take a picture while we're doing this?
Really?
I don't know. I don't know where.
I don't
where
know.
Sergio's
Is
at.
Sergio gonna call us?
I don't know either. Well, let's get to your topics. We have decided now. We've talked way too long.
Okay.
Right. We now have topics for everybody. Remember, this is sponsored here by What's Play Games, the Who Cares podcast. Go to our Twitter page at What's the Play app, or actually, we have our own Twitter page too, at Who Cares the podcast. But more importantly, go to What's the Play app, join our Discord, go to our YouTube channel. You're here on Twitch. Subscribe if you could. I mean, that'd be fantastic because Miss Ashley needs 3 more Catholic school uniforms, and then that will be fantastic.
Fantastical. Well, as they say, get your coins. Get your coins, girl.
You did some crazy shit today.
What?
Pigtails?
Oh, this isn't nothing.
No. But how you got around to it?
Oh, well, I don't know.
It's so good to see you, though. We had a wonderful day today, and I thank you again for. I'm sorry I was late.
No worries.
But I ate a slush puppy and
Were you
1,400
late,
gum.
or were you just,
I was
on
sick.
time? On your time.
Don't fuck with my head right now.
On your time. No, I got to sneak in a nap. I'm not gonna lie. I was happy you were little.
Are you serious?
Did I not tell you?
Yeah.
I was asleep. I was asleep. I wasn't like.
Thank God.
I was like, I needed that extra little cat nap.
That's
I can always do for it. That's the only way I'm able to, stay awake.
But I want to say I'm very proud of you. I really am. I'm so proud of you. What you're doing. You're staying focused. You're killing it in every sense of the imagination, and you're not letting things get to you. You've actually been a voice of reason, which I couldn't have believed 5, 10 years ago, whatever. And you kept me steady. You kept everybody around you steady, and you're a shining light right now. And I think everybody should take notice and follow this girl lead, man, because you're doing some good shit.
Well, the key is not to get overwhelmed.
Like me.
Yeah, but you just make a list.
Mm.
And you execute one at a time.
Keep talking that fancy stuff.
I'm just saying, like, it all started off with making your bed.
That's crazy you say that.
No, it's funny because
that warmonger guy.
No.
The general?
Before that all came out, like, it's always been a thing in my family. My mom's like, you gotta make your bed. You gotta make your bed. And I was always the teenager that was like, no, I don't want to make my bed. I'm just gonna jump right back into it. It's gonna be messy, and I like it when it's messy.
I mean, really, you have to make it again, just like mowing the lawn.
But it felt so damn good.
It feels so good when you go in your room and you're like, oh my God, I made my bed.
You want to know why? The psychological reason.
Yeah, because you did one thing in the day.
Already. Not only that, you accomplished the first task of the day.
Right.
So it sets the snowball in motion.
That's why when the gym was open, I like to go early in the morning. Boom.
I have to do it in the morning. I'm a morning workout person. I love working out in the morning.
Yeah, because it sets the mood for the day. But
not only that, it also kickstarts your metabolism.
And you can eat whatever you want to all day.
Well, because everybody has a different heart rate, and if you reach that heart rate for whatever age and weight you are for 30 minutes, that heart rate stays throughout the day, so you burn more calories and your metabolic rate quickens.
Well, jeez. I just thought like it made me feel better, and I was like,
well, yeah, no.
No, but I felt lighter. I feel lighter, so that makes sense. Like right now, I feel fantastic.
Fantastical.
I do because I've let my heart rate, I guess, raise every day. Because I've been going crazy at the gym, but then today, old Gavin Newsom, who stole my voice, old Gavin Newsom, decided, hey, listen, everybody.
I'm a dick.
Yeah, pretty much. But let me ask you a question.
No, I have no.
Let me ask you a question. I don't want to get political about it because I really don't know the answer. I think this is the answer for everybody out there.
No, he's just trying to protect people.
Maybe, but well, I mean, how many people are that? You heard that guy. You're that guy earlier.
No, I think, to be honest, I'm one of those people that it's
optimist.
Well, no, there's been other pandemics just like this
100%.
where people have died just as much, if not more.
Do you think
it's just they didn't have social media and the publicity it did back then.
Right. Okay.
During the Black Plague and all that stuff, they didn't have all this stuff, so nobody knew about it.
Are you saying the Black Plague was due to what? Black Plague?
Damn.
Why do they call it the Black Plague? Why gotta be black?
The bubonic plague. I think because their body parts would turn black and then die and decay and then.
Oh, really? That's what happens when you turn black? Is that what you're saying?
No,
I'm just kidding. No, because we're so uptight about that kind of stuff. That's what I wanted to bring to your attention.
Oh,
We've
yeah,
been so
you
uptight
can't make
about-
jokes anymore.
You can't make jokes. Well,
Mm-mm.
I'm not even making a joke.
No, like, you can't make jokes anymore. I feel like comedians can't even be comedians.
Yeah, maybe we're not really comedians too, so maybe we should not be jokes.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. It's called the Who Cares podcast for a reason.
I felt
Jesus.
like I was always a comedian.
You are. You're fantastic.
Fantastical.
Let me ask you a question though, very, very serious.
Okay.
And it's not one way or the other. Do you think that all these protests, rioting, in the name of I guess, Black Lives Matter and the police brutality, and other things too, right, had anything to do with the surge in coronavirus, or was it the fact that maybe these governors got a little excited and they opened up, gyms and whatnot, and then everybody starts doing that kind of stuff, and then, people in Florida are fucking on the beaches, and I just saw a lot of the gay dudes at Fire Island got real excited, and they're talking shit into the Instagram, and they're saying like, I got COVID, I don't give a fuck, and crazy shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think it's a combination of all of it, or do you think one thing in particular is the reason?
I think the whole nation in whole has gotten fed up with being
Quarantine.
restricted to certain measures, so everybody's laxed it and just said, fuck it, if I get it, I get it.
But I feel like people are wearing the masks.
They are, some.
I mean,
not everyone. There's still people that don't.
We weren't wearing them here in Orange County for a while. But we picked it up, but now
I feel like the riots were not such a good idea.
I feel like the riots definitely came at a wrong time.
Yeah, the whole notion of spreading it.
100, and not to take anything away from the movement and whatnot. Of course not. What happened to that poor man?
Wasn't the smartest measure at the right time, I guess.
Well, people had it though.
But people said they needed to make a statement.
So do you think there might be more riots? Because we're looking at Labor Day possibly, that it's going to all close down, or it's going to open back up. That's what's happening. So all of August, people are going to be, and who knows if they even listen this time. Are you guys going to listen? That's something very, very. And if you don't listen, or if you want to, please jump in the chat here, or message us.
Are you pro COVID or
message us on Twitter? What?
I actually did a poll recently on Twitter. How many people actually know someone that's had COVID, and it's a 50-50 rate.
Really?
Well, out of my followers, yeah. It's like 50-50, like half know.
Wait, did you do it on the Let's Play app?
No, I think I did it on my personal one.
Oh, thanks for that. Maybe you should do it on now after this.
Yeah, well,
we're gonna put up a poll
because we want to see what you guys have to say.
That's right. Well, who cares what we have to say? We don't know anything. But the people know.
Yep.
And our listeners and our followers, subscribers are probably the smartest people on the planet.
They probably are.
So, you think? So do you think after Labor Day, when they think it's going to probably go to that, then it starts to open up again, and then do you think they're going to riot, or do you think nobody's even going to listen up until then? Maybe this time people aren't going to listen, and I'm going to keep my businesses open. What do you think that they're going to act out? I feel
like they kind of already are right now because they closed all the dine-ins, but everybody's having tables outside now. Right.
He said today though, outside okay, to go food okay, no inside.
Well then, is it really closed down then?
Yeah.
But it's not. They're still open.
Right. But other businesses though, I'm saying.
I don't know.
Every other business besides that is predominantly it's gonna be closed. Like to get your.
That's just a sudden though, because like all of a sudden that's happening now. People aren't prepared. Are they gonna start buying toilet paper like crazy again? I'm just saying.
I don't know. I mean,
what happened? Lose their shit and buy all the food again.
How about this though? That we just found out today in California, or I guess it's nationwide. Maybe the coins are being lost. There's a coin shortage, and if you go to Ralph's over here on Warner, they don't give you your change back. They put it on a card possibly, or you just don't get your change back. In fact, I was at when I got my slush puppy today. She goes, "Do you have the exact change?" I go, "What the fuck is this exact change? What is it? 1928? Yeah, I got some change in my pocket. Let me give you some change." Who uses change? So get rid of it anyways. Just how about they make the shit even? Just go the other way. Make it less than. If you got to round up, round down.
You want the whole rounding?
I want to round it down.
Round it down.
Yeah, say it's $2.25. Just do $2. You don't need that 25-cent. You're lucky to be open. Gas station. I mean, money is no value.
Dude,
anyways.
what's up with the gas station's bathrooms being closed? If you're out on a road and you're like on a road trip, there's nowhere to go to the bathroom anymore.
Well,
that is a serious problem because there's going to be like a lot of public indecencies.
You like the homeless too.
You can get a public. You want to be on the sex offender list?
They should take away that rule.
Sex offender list, you will get put on that just for peeing in public.
For VP, you should not be on a sex offender list from now on.
I know that would
if
be
they catch you
so
peeing,
sad.
they catch you peeing or having sex in public, you should not be on a sex offender list. You know how many times like I wanted to, just like, but then I'm like, no, Jesus, we can't do that because I don't want to.
So that
I don't want to be like, I don't want to be on Mary's Law. What's it called? Murphy's Law. Like
segues into another question or another story.
What is it? What are we calling this segment?
This last weekend.
What are we calling this segment?
I'm telling you, this story has to do with peeing in public, right?
Peeing in public.
Okay, so this past weekend.
Maybe this is the segment every week. Peeing in public.
Peeing in public. Latest peers in public. No, my dad actually went with me to Harbor and Freight. I don't know if you've been there before. Went to the Harbor and Freight in Pasadena. So we go over there. We're trying to get some of those furniture wheel mover things.
Dollies.
Whatever, yeah. And so we buy a couple of those. We grab them. My dad has to use the restroom, so he excuses himself and goes to the restroom. Meanwhile, I'm browsing the store, like, oh, damn, Harbor Freight really is cheap as a shit.
It's pretty cheap.
Because it breaks. Yeah. Anyways.
You only use it like one time.
They're not Snap-on tools. But anyways, we're not going to get into that.
We're not even going to.
No. But
it might be a sponsor.
He just comes back like it's regular. So we go to my grandpa's house.
Like what's regular?
He just comes back to the bathroom, doesn't tell me anything about what happened or anything. So we get back to the house, this older lady, we're helping move her furniture, and he tells this story of going to the bathroom. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, what happened that was so exciting? So apparently there was another gentleman that had to use the restroom as well. Oh. And there were these two restrooms with these crazy locks that you had to like type in a code, swipe a thing, do all this crazy stuff, right? It was all high tech and everything. Yeah. And he's like, let me go get the code. So the guy runs to get the code because he really has to pee. He's like dancing and doing that dance.
He's older?
I don't think the man was older. But he ran and got the code. My dad and him are both trying the code on two different doors. All of a sudden, the guy's like, fuck this shit. Goes and grabs a bucket from Harbor Freight and just pees in the bucket right there.
Fair enough. Your dad or the guy?
No, the guy.
Okay.
My dad was patient. Dad figured the code out.
Oh, no shit.
But what the fuck? So the guy just pees in a bucket in the store?
I think that, yes, that's what's happening to everybody out there. Like, I don't know what everybody's doing out there, but the world is going bananas. They're losing their goddamn mind. Like, I went to a friend's house, and the dad just looked at it, like he had some winter, he got this winter stencil delivered, I guess. And he looked at us like we were going to steal it, and he just looks at and closes the door real quick. I'm thinking, wow, that's crazy, man. Like, you're her dad. Why are you acting like? But I thought maybe he's having a bad day. But that's why I posted on our group. Like, everybody's getting real weird because yeah, it's even if you're happy, you're not happy. Like even if everything's kind of going cool for you, you're not happy really because shit is just like it's undecided. Everybody's up in the air. You're not happy. Like they're not. Like, show me a happy person right now. Even if they have everything like lined up, they have all their money right, and they have everything like going for them. They're not really having anything going for them because they're all. Like I'm happy, but like I'm not happy right now. I know I'm happy too, which is weird. I feel like I'm cheating because I'm happy, but there's so much weird chaos. I'm not happy because like my parents can't go out. You know what I'm saying? And I got friends that are not happy, so that makes me unhappy. Like their parents are scared. People are scared, so that makes me unhappy. You know what I'm saying? Like usually the outside world does not bother me. Like whatever everybody wants to do wants to be.
That's their prerogative.
That's what they got to do. But it affects so much in our lives that everybody's nervous, and everybody's worried about who's going to get elected. And if that bothers you, then you're an idiot. Because the news may make you think that they have more power over you than you do. Then it doesn't matter who gets elected. You're out of your mind.
If you're electing the Congress, you have more effect.
I mean, all that stuff.
President.
All that stuff is ridiculous.
But people don't learn their.
Yeah, we're not manipulating. Yeah, they don't have us down like. They don't have a leash on us. Like you're gonna be all right, people. It's not gonna ruin your life, and you don't have to talk about them all the time. Like you give them so much power. Like do stuff with your own life. Like
there's other stories that are still going on in the world. That's what's bothering me.
Yeah, stop posting about anybody. Like Nancy Pelosi, this person, Donald Trump.
To be honest, I hate posting about COVID, but I have
Right.
certain topics that, you know, are relevant to COVID right now, but I hate it. It's like the last topic I want to talk about.
What's relevant?
Stories, like real shit that's happening in real life.
Absolutely.
Like, my grandpa's gonna be 100 next year, or next month.
And he's been 100, and people that are 30 have died from COVID.
And he's kicking it in the backyard. I saw him this morning, and he was just, you know, he's like, "What day is it?"
Like if you were to take off from this world, like at a young age, like because of COVID, wouldn't you be like, "Oh, what, really? That's how I go?" You know?
I guess. I don't know. I feel like every person's moment to die is the right
I
moment.
guess so. I feel like you didn't take enough vitamins. No?
You didn't build a strong enough immune system. Only the weak will die
Will
off.
die, yeah.
Strong
Darwinism.
survive.
I mean, no offense to those people. I feel terrible for them. I'm just wondering, like, what is it that we don't, and nobody seems to give us any answers on it. So, like, what's going on? You know?
I do think society barely started to think about getting healthy and building their immune systems after this outbreak has happened. So all of a sudden, now let's take zinc, now let's take vitamin C and stuff.
Right.
And then at first, their initial reaction was to get all the items that treated symptoms of the flu and the virus. And then they told them, oh, don't do that because all of the Tylenol, the fever stuff, it makes it worse or something like that. But it was funny to see all that shit wiped out off the, like, let's not take care of the problem, let's numb the pain.
Right.
So it was funny to me and comical because I'm like, you guys are doing it the wrong way. Now all of a sudden people want to take zinc and build up whatever and do, you know.
Is he on here? Sergio.
Is this something?
I don't. He said he'd been looking at black screen.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought that we were calling him.
It's a nice little.
I thought you were calling in. Oh, well, 1 second.
Un momento.
Why can't you hear us?
Did you press the mic?
Yeah,
it's right there.
What? Right there? What are you talking about? On Skype?
Can you hear us now? Okay.
Where? No, that's okay.
Let's see.
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? No. All right, let's see now. I can hear you, yes.
I can't see.
Let's see right now. Adjust automatic settings. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Unmute, right? For incoming calls. Oh no, he didn't. Can you hear that? Shit.
Why don't you just recall?
I'm gonna call you right back, I guess. Shit, son of a bitch. Why is it so weird?
Sometimes things happen.
I hate Skype.
Really?
No, it's terrible. Is that thing too loud in the back? Can you hear like a ringing? Machine in the back? Yeah, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not that bad. It's not bad.
I need to call and recall. Sometimes that helps.
Let's try it again.
But like exit out of Skype, like shut it down.
You're so good.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
you should be. Your name's Skype it. Skype. Oh, you know what? I bet you this output. No, he needs to be.
Yeah.
I put it on something. Let's try it again.
So we're gonna get this to work. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, we're only live on Twitch, right? No,
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear us? No.
No, you can't hear us.
Hit the button. Okay. What?
Oh, you have it disabled.
No, I don't.
It says disabled.
Where? Where?
You can still hear that thing in the back?
That doesn't do that. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay.
Let's see.
No, dude, dude, my. Is actually.
Hey, hi.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now?
We'll see about turning that off.
No.
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Is that too loud?
What about those headphones things over there?
No.
Take them out sunflower.
Hello?
Sunflower. Hello?
Let's see the bill from-
Hello? You know what? I'm gonna take it off this. I'm gonna take it off this. Can you hear us? I took it off out of this. I took it off there. I took it off that.
Audio and video.
Yeah, hold on. You can't hear us at all? FaceTime. Why is it?
Microphone, see automatically adjust microphone settings.
Hello, can you hear us? Hello, can you hear us? Hello. Oh, here, hold on. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Hello? Now you can hear us.
You can hear us, right?
Now you can hear us.
All right, we're good?
See?
Okay. Well, I was trying to do it through Skype, but that's fine. So how you doing, man? I'm going to turn you around so the world can see you.
Hello. It's nice to meet you finally.
I came home to my TV. It's all busted. Can you see that?
Why? What happened? ¿Por qué?
I don't know. It's just one of those weird things. It's on a stand and it just cradles in the garage. The door slams.
Oh.
So it, I guess it just shook it off the stand.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
That's a good
That's horrible.
$18 down, $1,800 down the drain.
1800?
It was one of the new 4K.
Oh, shit.
No K.
Wow.
No K. So I'm like scrambling for my warranty.
When did you buy it?
Just about a year and a half ago.
What kind
other
is the
one,
model? Is it?
I shot it. Yeah. And it has a hole just like exactly like the other one.
A hole.
I shot it on accident.
How do you shoot your
I'm not
TV
big
on
into
X?
firearms. My buddy left it just fire up under my couch.
Oh wow.
It's like a 22, like an old, Western thing, and I'm like, wow, look at this.
It's a Western.
I didn't even have my finger on the trigger. I just had it laid in my hand, and it just went off.
That's crazy.
I mean, if somebody was there, I wouldn't have pointed it at anyone, because I know better than that. But I was just looking at it, and it just went off. Like I guess it hasn't been shot since
Funny shit.
the 20s or some shit.
No shit.
It was a musket and put gunpowder in it.
Wow.
I did not know where this story was going, but he just shot Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Musket style.
Interesting.
I'm burning up in here.
You have no idea.
He's in Vegas. I think he does know. What? Just because you're fanning on?
Vegas?
He's in Vegas.
I love fans. I love AC. I love cool weather.
Love AC.
Should have been on. Yeah, so that's gonna be too loud.
No, you're fine. No, everything's
You're
cool.
fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
You sound great.
Sure?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Yeah.
Is that you gonna hear that in the?
No, no, we don't hear it anymore. It was in the beginning, but I don't hear it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Serge, welcome. We have a lot of podcastites here. We were actually thinking about what, if we were to start a secret society, people who listen to this cast, us involved too, what would we call it? And so I thought I'd throw that out to the listeners. But, we were talking about, like, we came up with a list, but that sounds stupid because you said the order, right? And I said the list, but it's not, that's stupid.
The list is a little
The
scary.
list is scary.
It's
We don't want to put anybody on the list. So if there was somebody, like a secret society, like we don't want to call it Skull and Bones because that's been taken. Illuminati's been taken.
We can call us the New Girl Order.
The New Girl Order.
Hey, that kind of falls in. Yeah, it kind of falls into what we were talking about. I asked her, like, the term pansexual means.
Pan, like pan. Pan like bread, money. I'm just kidding. No, apparently it's for all sexual genders, like transgender, everything. So bisexual is identified between just a female and male gender.
Yeah.
And then pansexual is every type of thing you love.
Oh, jeez.
What is this world? Right? These poor little children, they're not going to know what's going on. They're going to see.
Yeah, but now you're going to be able to have it on your driver's license. How confusing is that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, excuse me, sir, lady. Why is it so important?
Veronica, that's a male?
Be so different. Like I was telling Steve the other day, like, you know, okay, I'm a fucking coffee taker.
Oh, no, you could get away with that nowadays.
Yeah.
You could fight that.
But it's. Oh, we're going to have a good one tonight because I'm trying to really get it. You guys got me in a better mood.
Thank God.
I took a.
GP?
I call it a graycation.
Oh.
And I went to Vegas. I went to the Strip.
You live in Vegas.
And I stayed in the hotel. I don't think you guys have any idea what's going on down there.
Nope.
It's insanity. It's everybody has a mask on. Everybody's got a tampon on their face. It's insane.
I heard there's like stripper dancers dancing with face shields and stuff like that.
I heard. I can't even entertain myself like that because the stripper world was so crazy and fun. But with a hospital mask, like, why would I even want to be next to it?
You wouldn't. That's crazy. You know, because, you know, I mean, how many girls have we had, like, give us lap dance? And, like, the one I get hard for, even without a face shield, that means I'm very attracted to you, girl. Even though you're a stripper, it means I'm very excited about you.
It's
and
clear.
And now that you have a face shield, that would just totally ruin anything, any hope of feeling any kind of connection with that stripper.
There's something going on that words can't explain, but you know, like I said, not whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but it's kicking off in Vegas. Yep. And anything around Vegas, like let's see, CVS or any store, if it's on the Strip or just off the Strip, you have to have a mask on to get in the building, no matter where you're at. Now, where I live at, which is outside of Vegas, I guess, but it is Vegas. You go to CVS, do what you have to do. Some people have masks, some people don't. On the Strip, every single person has a mask.
That's crazy. Outside? Outside. That trips me out.
Strip, like, okay, half the hotels are not open. It's just MGM. Most of the what do you call it? Caesars properties are open. So you walk into Caesars.
So more of the low end properties are open? Is the Mandalay Bay open? Is the Mandalay?
Come on in.
The Tropicana is all like, hey, everybody come in.
I was like, kiss the baby. Everything's cool. But if you go into any of the big hotels, it's like Schindler's List.
Oh, shit.
There's
lines where they're all thermo, like taking temperatures.
Your papers? I'm like, holy shit.
Wow.
What the fuck?
So, like, next thing you know, we'll be back on the boat and shit, going back to Africa.
Right?
Hey, it happens.
Well, let me. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no.
Maybe all these BLM boats and shit.
So you know, when I asked Miss Tori Michaels here, what I asked her, because over here we closed today, right? That we have now gone reverse, and now everything is now as of today or earlier today. Gavin Newsom comes out, closes everything. No more gyms for us. No more hair stuff. No more nothing. Right?
Gavin Newsom is a nuisance.
Right.
He's a complete fucking idiot. I met him before.
Really?
Yeah. He's not a job. He called my boy asking for donation money. My buddy's not with those policies.
Yeah.
So, and my buddy's parents know him.
Really?
They take care of some older folks. They know him, and he's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Right. That's what everybody. That was the knock on him to begin with. But then
are we live right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I do definitely have to curb some of the things that I want to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we'll save that for like a Patreon or our secret society thing. We're doing.
Yeah, what would
Full
you call
disclosure.
it? What did you call it? The Girl World Order?
Girl World Order.
Yeah. And where do I want to go? Cactus is an idiot who flim flam out here in Vegas. What's his name? He must have been in the sun too long because his brain is fried.
Well, who are you talking about?
Because
Which guy? In Vegas?
the guy, what's his Sissy Lack.
I don't know that guy. We haven't heard.
Sister Act.
I don't know. We don't know about Vegas politicians too much.
Yeah, I don't know the.
Yeah.
I don't know the board for that.
Yeah.
I stopped watching who politicians were when I realized what they really were.
Yeah.
But where was I? What was I lying about? Oh yeah, Gavin Newsom. Is a fucking nuisance.
Right. That was a knock on him.
It's like they just gave him a suit. They found him somewhere in a park somewhere. It was like, hey, sure.
Yeah, because he's real dreamy.
You can get dressed. Like he's just.
Yeah.
You can look at him. You like, I don't know. It's hard to look at people on TV, but when you look into their eyes, you just see the depth. They just the yes men. They're all in it for the bag, and I don't think people realize what's really happened with this whole pandemic, whatever you want to call it. Because I do think something's going on, but I don't think. I mean, when people get caught lying about the numbers all the time, that really bothers me. Because I'm the kind of person like.
Why is it a big issue?
Form a charity and you're stealing money, I believe you should be hung.
Absolutely.
I mean,
right.
No, when you're lying about that.
When there's a crisis with other human beings involved and people in need, I draw the line right there. You know, okay, you want to do this, you want to do fraud, but when it comes to a crisis, even a fake crisis, you can't lie about.
Right.
Certain.
That's the worst.
Like, how did everybody for this COVID? You go into the hospital for a cut on your finger, you got COVID.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know.
That's COVID. Like,
people are saying that when they ask them when they come into the hospital, people are saying that when they go in there and they test positive, but they ask them, well, were you at a party with, you know, how many people were at the party?
Yeah.
15 people. Then they automatically check 15 people into the numbers of people who have COVID without testing them, without doing anything. And those numbers, those stories keep popping up. And I understand COVID is real, of course it is. But if they can't, we don't even know our numbers, we're fucked.
COVID is real because it's COVID-19. I think I don't know where people are not understanding. It's number 19. It means
the 18 and before.
Everybody has it already. Now the question is it a weaponized virus or is it not? Where are the people out there from the government giving out the paperwork to say what a virus is, how it behaves, how you can contract things? I mean, Ebola, you die in 24 hours, right?
That's right.
There was nothing out there for that.
No shit, huh? They didn't close down all that shit. Hey, right?
Yeah, there was nothing out there for that, except for some dude on TV like, quote, this is no
recall all the meat.
Right?
So,
right?
But
wow.
the shit is like,
you may win, you may survive, you may not.
One day you wear a mask, one day you don't.
So
you
weird.
Fucking Dr. Itchy Ouchie, what's his name?
Fauci. Yeah,
Fauci.
It was a piece of garbage. You know what
He looks like a lawn jockey. Like, what?
Yeah, you know he was involved in the AIDS epidemic in the 80s, of course, right? And the word around town is he's been sitting on that prep or whatever throughout the whole 80s. Let everybody fucking die out. Because who's that hurt? The gay people, heroin addicts, people that need blood transfusion. Who needs those people, right? That's the idea, right? And then he was able to bring it into the fold, and then he became the champion for the AIDS epidemic.
Well, he stands to make the most money off of it.
Exactly. He out of his own money, he was invested in the Wuhan lab. $8 million he invested of his own money into the Wuhan lab.
Who?
$8 million from Dr. Fauci into the Wuhan lab previously for research.
Yeah.
Of his own money.
I mean, he invested in the Wu-Tang lab. Wu-Tang for elbow. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Tango zip forever.
Dude, if you don't laugh about this shit, you'll be crying all day because
that's what we're saying.
This thing is so ancestral.
Right.
So cruel, evil people, and I think they're cruel and evil because they don't know it. They've just been in their society where they're like, oh shit on those people. Those people are what do you call it? Undesirables, whatever you.
Right.
And they just live in their bubble. You know, you got Bill Gates. Wait, he works in computers with viruses. Now he's the king of the viruses. What? Dude. And then his family, his mother and father. Well, his mother was in banking. That's how she got the move.
Right.
And his dad was the head of Planned Parenthood. Mm-hmm. Like, how do people not compute the math? So he's talking about controlling populations. Got on TED TV, and he goes, well, you know, we could just get rid of the old people.
Wow.
And that's how that, I mean, you can pull the shit up right now. He talked, I mean, he didn't say in those words, but he said it. Basically,
that's what a lot. I feel like that's what a lot of
pay for their insurances and all their.
I think a lot of baby boomers are actually understanding. Are you trying to? Sorry, my thing. Oh. A lot of baby boomers are feeling that they think that this is their population control because there's so many of them. You know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's so much stuff going on.
There's so much.
People saying crazy stuff like, "Let's just get rid of the homeless."
Yeah, why do they do that?
Dude, there's some people saying, let's just kill off the homeless. Like, people are going crazy.
They're killing off the homeless. If you didn't know, in South Carolina, they sneak these little laws in overnight. But you never see them, just like you never see the dead people from COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
And much respect to people who've lost people through COVID.
Right,
mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
People who died had pre-existing conditions.
Right. Obesity.
That's how you die from the flu because you have other pre-existing conditions.
Diabetes.
You know what I mean? So, because if it was something that deadly, children would be dying left and right.
Right.
So.
Wow, that's actually true.
What was I lying about again? Where was I?
That's true because the children are so vulnerable with their low immune systems comparatively to older people. Right. 100%.
Right.
Makes sense.
But you don't see. Listen, what I saw in China. Mm-hmm. You remember when it came on TV?
Mm-hmm.
And people like, oh, I don't feel so good. And they're just face planting.
Yeah.
And faces exploding in the street. I'm like, oh shit, this can't be CGI. And they're like piling up bodies.
Wait, what?
What videos did you see?
What video was that?
They said this, dude, watch the news. It was on CNN, all of that shit. And
what?
I'm like, oh shit, what's going down?
I never saw that.
Yeah.
Flat face. I didn't see no flat face Chinese.
I'll just take from the top.
Okay.
Well, let's just call tonight's show Rambling, right? Because we're all over the place.
Nice rambling.
They, what did they do? Okay, in the beginning, because I pay attention to all kinds of shit. Like, I don't know. So, your boy, Bill Gates had a seminar, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Right. TED Talk? Oh, yeah, something like that.
Not TED Talk. He had a full seminar with the WHO, what do you call it? The WHO, the World Health Organization.
Who Trump just pulled us out of it.
So he did a mock version of a pandemic in October. Now, mind you, I usually, and Steve, you can check your email. I always send emails to people, links, but I never say anything. I just send the link. I don't say anything.
It's up to that person to
follow that link. From October, they chopped it into 4 parts. It was about 4 hours long, and they showed how the pandemic would start, where it would start. It started in China, and how it spread. Exactly how they're saying it's happening now. Exactly, and they even had fake news commentators like, like
how they did the Japanese show when they used to be, what was that? The Japanese show where they had the commentators and they put the voices. I think they used to do crazy Japanese, like American Gladiators, but American voices. They put them over. Like, oh God, I can't believe what's going on.
You just lost me there.
You never saw that?
Oh, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about like those shows where like people are talking, but like people are talking over them as voiceovers.
No, it wasn't like that. Bill Gates, he's not gonna mess around. So there's people
commentated
who were dressed up like if you didn't know,
it'd be right now.
Rip news.
It'd be right now.
But they were talking about the pandemic and how it's going to spread and how many people are going to die.
So you would think that it would be right now, but it was back in October.
He played it like a movie, like how you see things in a movie. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
crazy.
You
watch CNN right now, that's how he had it.
Okay, yeah, right. That's gotcha.
And this was in October. Little did people know that the military was going to China to do the military Olympic Games about 5-10 days later in Wuhan, just right next to where they said the outbreak happened. Another interesting thing happened days into this. It wasn't reported anywhere. There was a huge shootout in Wuhan in some kind of vial or glass broke or some shit. And that's where they say it started.
Right.
And the lab was just a block away.
Right. Well, first was the fish market, and then it's...
Right. Yeah.
A lab a block away.
Listen, I have a lot of Asian friends. Chinese eat some nasty shit.
Isn't that funny, though, that they thought they could get away with it because they know? Isn't that funny they thought they could get... Yeah, isn't that funny they thought they could get away with it?
Donkey balls. Oh, so cool. Oh. No. They got to stop eating nasty shit. Bat soup. Like, what? Bat soup?
And everybody's real quick to be like, oh, they do eat nasty shit.
Like the guinea pigs that people eat in South America.
Shit. But, then again, there's people that are there that are so poor.
Right. I'm 100%. What else do they eat?
Shit. The dog stopped walking. They like,
fuck,
just a statue. So, anyway, we're all over the place.
We are. So, right. So, everything we know, all we know is that Vegas is still open, California is closed. So, I guess your governor doesn't care as much as ours, right? Is that that's what they want to say?
It's not that.
No, I'm just saying that's the
the gambling joints that they just closed today.
Oh.
I'll fuck in there.
Oh, they did close.
There's a place called Dottie's, there's a place called Joni's.
Okay.
And then you're supposed to have a mask when you get in there.
Yeah.
And then when you sit down, and you have your drink, you smoke, you can take your mask off. Well, this idiot, Sister Act, brought, OSHA came in and they started fining all these people, all these businesses, small businesses, for all these violations.
Wow.
Got to the point where I saw a dude, he poked a hole through his mask.
No way.
Am I in Looney Town right now?
Yes, you are.
What's
we
going
all
on?
are.
And then to have your drink, you got to pull your shit up.
Right.
Put your mask.
That's crazy.
If anybody thinks these masks are really
doing anything, right?
I don't think people understand the stuff that they've created, how dangerous it really is.
Mm-hmm.
They got some shit that will probably could kill everybody in America in 4 days. Flat. Maybe 3. I mean, they got
right. Like SARS was worse than this.
It's just
weird.
what bothers me is seeing people conforming and not asking questions.
Right, just following like a sheep.
That's
off
what
the
it is.
cliff.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean you're in a political.
In order to get in a hotel, I had to conform, or I wouldn't be able to get upstairs.
Right. You gotta go against your morals.
And I'm looking at people like these poor people, and maybe they're looking at me like
you poor person.
It's just
you do.
It's just lunacy.
Because they have us.
Oh, dude, they got us from a long time ago. Yeah, we should start our little Illuminati group or whatever. It's not Illuminati.
Yes, I love where you're going. Go with that. I like Moragites.
This is the problem with the world.
The Moragites?
The Moragites sound good.
The Moragas.
No, the Moragites.
Moraga. Just like Moraga. So, anyway,
that has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, it does. Just like Moraga. Mariah's like, that's my song.
That's funny shit.
What it is, we're too far along for people to really catch on
and they're making us war with ourselves.
What's really happening? Like I told you, you got to look up the Georgia Guidestones.
The Georgia what?
And for years, the Georgia Guidestones.
Nice one. Yeah, I looked it up last episode.
Mm-hmm. And it's basically like they rewrote their version of the Ten Commandments in 8 different languages. But if you don't understand what Freemasonry is, that's where you get confused on how this world runs. And even when you find that out, you're still going to be confused. But if you understand what Freemasonry is, people like Albert Einstein.
Yep.
Yeah, you know who start to understand who these people are, the Freemasons, and the Declaration, how many of those guys are Freemasons, and understand who Adam Weishaupt is. It'll help you understand where all these things came from. And of course, the Catholic Church that plays a big part. And that's Council of Nicaea. Council of Nicaea is something from, it's ancient, but Council of 300, Council of 9, the Pope, the Black Pope. There's so much information. But nobody has the time to really delve into it. But it's really interesting. You get mad, you get confused, you try to talk to people about it. Nobody wants to talk to you about it until the fin hits the shan. Mm-hmm. And then people are like, what's going on? So, who's to blame is our parents and our parents' parents and their parents' parents.
Right. They didn't ask the question.
We gave consent to what we
long time ago.
To us today.
But look at Serge. They also didn't have the information that we have at our fingertips now either.
Right.
So that's a huge thing too, though.
Well, we're all locked out, and how they did it was. Remember the other day I was talking to you about maritime law. I was talking to you about merchant law, common law, universal law too. Well, all those laws are supposed to be based on ecclesiastical wording from the proclaimed Bible. But what they did was they purposely made errors in those books, and they used capital and lowercase letters to put you in bondage. That's why every document with your name on it is in capital letters. Nobody even thinks about that. Nobody even says, well, why is it all in capital?
Yeah, I try not to stay away from capital.
If you get pulled over, they take your license and they go, oh, so you're Steve Moraga.
Who Cares podcast? So you don't serve your love.
So what they do is that's part of the consent. It's very deep, but that's how they keep you in bondage. And of course, you have a social security number.
Right.
And
don't we need that?
There's no escape. There's no escape from it because you can't go to school without it.
Right. You can't do anything without it.
So now we're reaching a technological age.
Well, how are they supposed to keep track of us before this technological? I'm just asking devil's advocate. How are they supposed to, if they don't assign you a number?
You got to ask the Jews.
Right, the Jew number.
They have a number on your ass. Right. The only reason they didn't stamp the brothers because it was too dark to keep the numbers wouldn't show up.
Speaking of brothers versus Jews, Deshaun Jackson, I think it was for a football player, right? He was talking smack about Jewish people, and he got what happened?
He just got totally eaten alive from it.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter until you talk bad about the Jews.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
how are you gonna
head up Black Lives Matter?
Are Jews
right now? They're 2 women. I think they're like.
Oh yeah, they're not Jews. They're Marxists.
I don't know if they're.
I think they're black ladies.
Yeah, they're black. That's fair to say. But I think they are maybe lesbian ladies.
Yeah, they're lesbian.
It doesn't really.
Each other?
I don't know.
Well, the problem is, he said straight up.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both the ladies.
Yeah. Said
straight up, we're Marxists.
Yeah, right. They said they're Marxists. Doesn't matter. That's their agenda.
In history, the Marxists how many million of this?
Yeah, that's right. You told us last episode 29 million.
Was it 29?
Well, 29 million of his own people died, but he had a hand in part of it because while he was putting people at war, he was killing some like uprising like up in the north or whatever.
Yeah, killed a lot
his own people, yeah.
He killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
So did Hitler, but not that many. But
yeah, no, Stalin has more blood on his hands. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, but a lot more people died back then.
Right. It's insanity, dude.
And then Catholic Church. Look how many Inquisition. Look how many people died then.
Right.
How many? 20-something million? Maybe 30.
I mean, how many wars are started because of religion? Pretty much all of them.
Religion is a scam. I'm definitely not an atheist.
No.
But I don't follow that doctrine, man. Because I came up Catholic Church.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't eat the biscuit, but I was hoping to get some of that wine.
Biscuit. You did not eat the biscuit. You did the biscuit right now. Dude, when you're hungry on Sunday, and that biscuit does tide you over.
Yeah.
I liked the grape juice. I would be so thirsty. I'd want to drink like way more.
You got grape juice?
Back in the day was
Yeah,
like
we had
a
grape juice.
It was like the same, right? When you're hungry, right? It did satisfy you.
I wanted to go buy a bottle of grape juice after that.
Right? Right. Like, no, what a biscuit.
and not to bash religion, but I mean,
no.
Shit. What I'm starting to realize,
yes,
everything's fucked up.
Right. And I think everybody's finally realizing that.
One thing.
Right.
It's infected with corruption and
Systemic.
It's all fucked up.
Like
the
what?
churches, the black churches, you got chicks twerking and what?
Yeah.
Twerking
Mm-hmm.
in stretch pants.
Mm-hmm.
And a lumpy ass looking like fucking bag of laundry and shit. Like, no. And then you got these priests.
Right.
You know how many priests they call boning kids?
Right. I mean, if that was a company, wouldn't that company be out of business? Wouldn't that company be out of business? The Catholic Church was a normal company, and they caught whatever 10%, 5%, doesn't matter. 5% of a company, and they're all pedophiles. Don't you think that company would have been out of business? You would think so. 5% of a company is doing that. It's crazy.
Everything's upside down. Everything's backwards. There's just too much information to cover. That's why when we do the next show, we're gonna have to pick a topic and stick to it.
Right?
I'm all over the place.
No. Well, you have the topic.
But we did say we were going to talk a little bit about pedophilia.
Well, so I got a I got a picture. No, I got one of those like
outfit, by the way.
Oh, thanks. So
thumbs up.
yeah. So
Steve?
He's Zach Morris or Slater from
Call me Zach Slater.
Zach Slater.
Zach Martinez from Mexico.
Okay.
No, so I actually got it wasn't an email, but it was like a notification from one of my dad's close friends, and it was all of the people that died and were murdered from denouncing sex trafficking and child pedophilia, and then it has a list of everyone's names.
Yeah.
And
can you show them the list? Show that off.
Can't really
all the
see it.
people that died from trying to fight this.
Denouncing it, yes.
Right.
They said they were all murdered from it.
Recently.
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain, Michael Hutchins, the guy from Linkin Park.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Why don't you just read them?
I mean, you can read them, but yeah.
And Bourdain's girlfriend slept with a 16-year-old boy on a movie.
Oh, that's right.
She started the Me Too movement or whatever.
That's right, she did. I forgot
Wait,
about that.
what
yeah.
happened?
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain's girlfriend, right? Like a year after he died, they brought that up that she fucked some 16-year-old dude on the set of one of her movies. Yeah.
I wanted you to finish your thought though.
Oh, that's gross. No, I was just surprised by it because like Chester from what's that band?
Linkin.
Yeah, all these people are on here, and I'm just looking, and I'm like, were their deaths really caused from this?
Well, this is the thing. When you sell your soul, a good thing. You know, when I was in Hollywood, people tell you, I was the man about town.
Definitely.
I was probably the most famous, unfamous dude in Hollywood for a long time. But I was not such a cat.
And
Negative speaking.
that'll do you in.
Do it because I ain't built like that.
Right.
Not DNA.
Right.
I don't get it like that. You know.
Right.
And I gotta tell you, I remember being at a party and I saw this little kid. And I used to go to those, like, sometimes eyes wide shut type of stuff. You know, I was cool. I was invited to things where I had to come alone. They didn't have to tell me. I mean, certain things I could bring some friends to, other things, no. But I love children. I am a big fan of children.
Yeah, you always get along with them. Like they like you.
See me
don't like me
anywhere,
too much.
they just follow me. I can't get rid of them.
Me too.
Uncle Serge.
I'm just a kid at heart. Myself.
Uncle Cereal.
I like stupid shit. That's what it is. So I saw this kid and he looked a little disheveled, and I'm like, "Yo, what's up, buddy? What's going on? What are you doing out here? It's like 5 in the morning. What?
Right.
What are you doing?" And he just looked at me. I think he had something in his hand, but then he had like his little something underwear on, and then he kind of turned and somebody grabbed him and whisked him away. And this is like a 20, 30 room mansion.
Ooh.
And I thought to myself, I'm like, was he
Yeah.
trying to commute? Like, he didn't say
Oh,
anything.
fuck.
Like, did I miss an opportunity to
Save
I
him?
was go, wow, what if I was wrong?
Yeah. Maybe it's just some guy's kid or
Yeah,
whatever.
just get through, like,
Yeah, like you're saving.
you know, so it was just
I got you, buddy. I got you.
I just didn't know what to do, and I always think about that kid. I'll never forget the look on his face. But back to what drove me to start investigating things is well over almost 20 years now. There's been, and you can look it up for yourself. I could be off with my numbers, but there's up to 800,000 to a million children missing every year in America.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Without a trace.
Right.
Gone without a trace.
And we only see those one. Yeah.
200,000 to say they just ran away.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them are like little small children, like 10 years old, stuff like that. Gone.
Yeah.
Where are these children
Where the
going?
fuck are they?
And
right.
why isn't this country in an uproar?
No, we're more upset about riots and Trump and all this other
what's
bullshit.
happening? What's happening?
Nah, that's the elephant in the room, man. I think people are waking up to it. A lot of people are posting stuff about that stuff. And, I mean, this whole Epstein thing with, Ghislaine or Ghislaine or whatever her name is. She's gonna blow the roof off something, hopefully, or she might die. She might die tomorrow because she's doing court tomorrow.
Well, she's following the same pattern. She's moving from cell to cell all my life, blah blah blah.
Right.
In my opinion, I think Epstein walked out of that place.
Yeah.
And went to that special little place where nobody fucks with you.
Right.
And because he's just too big, and he had the kill switch for hit everybody. He recorded everything. He had the Lolita Express.
Right.
He had Chris Tucker on there. He had Bill Clinton on there. I don't know if Trump was on there, but
let me ask you this though, Serge. Do you think that the world might not be ready yet for the information that would come out? Because if everybody knows that maybe Barack Obama was over there and Trump or some of that, I mean, hypothetically, would that blow everybody's mind? Because then now they have nobody to root for. That football game is over, and then they're all like, "Oh my God, we gave our love to this party. We gave our love to this party." What if they all were like, and they get? Are they ready for that?
How close they are? I mean,
right.
What do they say? Everybody except for 3 presidents
are related.
Bloodlines to the Queen.
Bloodline related, right? No, to the Queen. I knew they're all related, but I didn't know bloodlines to the Queen. Yeah.
Just look up the family tree. It's right there. This is why they're so good. They hide it in plain sight.
Right.
It's so ridiculous.
Right.
That anybody you try to educate, they're gonna be like, "Oh, dude, you're fucking idiot."
You're crazy, yeah.
What do you think they're related?
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. Dick Cheney and Barack Obama are cousins. Dick Cheney.
To Barack Obama.
Dick Cheney and Barack Obama are cousins.
Yeah. It's just.
That's weird. I'm not related to Barack Obama. Are you related?
Yeah.
Or Dick Cheney?
We're living in a timeline that I think everything is the veil is being lifted.
Right. But they're trying to squash it before it gets lifted.
Right.
That's what it sounds like.
If you don't know, if you're so used to, I gotta say, movies are programming, TV is programming.
Right.
So your mind is only set up to really process things in the way that you're brought up from schooling, all these other things. To think outside the box, you go insane because then it goes against all the things that were ingrained in you that you believe.
Let me ask you a question. I went on Netflix and I looked at all the top, whatever, all the shows. I mean, granted, I like the majority of them, but they're not. I understand that's what the people want, but if you look at the morality of every show, it's either cocaine, serial killers, dark series like Ozark, where it's like pretty much life sucks,
Yeah.
but we're gonna figure
I
this one
hate
out.
that show.
Okay.
It's all about killing people.
Killing people, but I mean the
These
lowest,
people,
right.
lying to people.
Yeah, let's move mounds of cocaine and be businessmen supposedly, or you ain't a businessman, you're moving mounds of cocaine. Who gives a fuck? Everybody can do that. Death, everything. Yeah, Ted Bundy thing is the number. And if that's
I never gotten the weed. Like, you know what? I smoke weed here and there. Maybe to be serious, I probably maybe smoke weed 4, 5, 6 times a year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, you don't smoke one? Yeah. I'm not a big fan.
I thought, hey, you know what? It'd be cool to like smoke some weed and watch television.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting there and I got the buzz on.
Yeah.
And I'm switching the channel.
Like,
everybody's killing everything. Like, it's just pure death. It's all death.
Right. And throw a little sex. And I'm not saying to be like prudish about nothing like that. I mean, I love. I mean, if I want to watch porn, I'll watch porn. I don't need to see that like and everything. If I want to like watch killing thing, I'll watch like some real shit.
I've watched
but like
so much
all
where the actors in the movie knew me. Like, hey Sergio, behind the couch.
Right. Hey. I just find it fascinating that they just played the lowest common.
Sergio, hi.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I just find it fascinating. They play to our lowest common denominator of feeling and whatever, and that's just what it is. That's cool, but
I'm over porn. I'm over that.
I think that it's too much. It's too much now. Like we want something kind of cool.
I wish I could tell the young people. I don't know if it works the same for women, but I know for men for sure. Because soon as you get to that point, you're done. Laptop's folded up, over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. 100.
And mentally, it does something to you. It kills that. It kills that fantasy, like that imagination,
the innocent vibe. Yeah.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
And for young people, I'm telling you, it's crippling.
Yeah.
It affects your sex life.
For me, I had no problems getting laid.
Right.
No problem. I had no issue ever.
Right.
Ever.
Yep.
You know, they were throwing that. Hey, thank you. So,
I know. I've seen it firsthand.
So I can imagine a young man that doesn't have the swag or whatever.
Oh God. Yeah.
And I got to a point where I was like, I can just sit home.
Right.
You don't need nobody.
My girlfriend's right on the screen. It's dangerous.
Absolutely.
Very dangerous.
He needs to push himself. Go talk to that lady.
Young men coming of age.
Guy.
It's very dangerous.
He's a fun.
I can't knock anybody else, but it skews you.
Right, and you're saying that you got it more getting into that realm of porn and all that stuff as you got older, because when we were younger, we used to have to get those video cassettes or whatever, the DVDs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it wasn't like it was just like I could just press a button, I see double vaginal, double anal. There you go.
Girls got hotter.
Right, and then girls got hotter, and that's not my Snapchat. The girls ain't just snapping me like pussy fucking shots all the time. As I'm a young person, like a very young person, like in high school or junior high, right? But now that's happening. So now their reaction or they're being lulled. Their senses are dulled, right? So what happens then when they turn our age? Oh shit! At least we had that little bit of workup to like, oh God, I get to touch his vagina for once.
Nothing left to the imagination.
Right.
Like that's the beauty of it all. Like the imagination, the butterflies, or whatever it is.
Now it's like
lose all that.
I don't have that anymore. But I'm also like.
And then you think some part of the protocol is smacking a woman on the ass. Some women don't like that shit.
Oh,
like what are you doing?
That's hilarious.
Like the book said.
Right.
I don't know. Socially,
yeah.
I think the iPhone was part. What do you call it? Social engineering and all this stuff coming out so fast.
Right.
Has ruined us spiritually as a society. Religiously, some people need religion.
Absolutely, it keeps people.
Some people are absolute lunatics.
Yeah, whether it's Tony Robbins, whether it's Jesus Christ, whatever helps you be a better person.
Whatever makes you feel better. But now Satanism is becoming big, and they're into bloodletting and drinking blood and sacrificing shit, killing animals, and raping kids.
Yeah, that
should
sound like
not be allowed as a religion. I'm sorry.
All that stuff is there. That kind of stuff tears pieces of your soul. But
Well, look at half
really,
the people with the pedophilia stuff.
Yeah.
The adrenochrome and all that stuff.
right.
You gotta scare the shit out of people or kill them and drain their blood. And then adrenochrome is supposed to be better than
Any drug, right?
any drug.
Yeah, and I guess they were losing something. Like so Johnny Depp was like losing his mind, and a lot of people losing their mind and stuff.
A lot of people, when they get off of it, you can see it.
Yeah,
They look
adrenochrome.
like they look dried up.
Isn't that about like where they take like the plasma out of like?
Yeah, but they have to scare the hell out of you because you have to have it. They have to excite the fight or flight body. I can't remember what they call that. Your adrenaline, basically.
Oh.
And if they heighten that person's fear through torture or whatever they have to
Yeah.
you know, cut your foot off, whatever they got.
So how do I get this?
I read about that.
So where is this?
in Hollywood.
I can't get that on online.
That's horrible.
So
Just kidding.
yeah, there's so much. My biggest concern is
Yes.
you know, children like.
I feel you, man.
Yeah, I just can't even imagine like a child.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bright.
Nobody's coming to their rescue,
Right.
and then they're being abused. And
So let me ask you then, having a kid during this time, isn't that selfish?
I'm not doing it. I mean,
Well, do you think that might be a tad selfish then, maybe?
But I'm not doing it. I'm not building the world another slave. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. That's crazy
when
shit.
the whole world wakes up, they're gonna realize they're all slaves.
Right.
The black man's fight was a little different.
Right. How about it?
The foot on the neck has continued, but the foot on the neck started damn near with your birth certificate.
Right.
So when people wake up, that's why they call
They're
it
in
the
debt.
American dream, because you're still dreaming.
Right.
You ain't awake.
Right.
So, and look what's happening right now. Everybody's walking around with masks, and everybody's acting like tomorrow's gonna be great. No, it ain't.
Right.
Somebody's got to say, hey, wait a minute, I have my God-given rights, which I don't know if the Constitution was in the Bible. I'm not sure. I don't think so. So I don't know about that God-given right.
Right.
Because I remember when, you know, that showed up, the first dude showed up, the real 2 Chainz showed up. The brother of 2 Chainz. And people were like, yo, you're like 1/3 a human being.
Right.
So
Right. However,
people have to remember how people treated people, and the
Right.
Europeans used to be enslaved too.
Right.
Don't get it twisted.
yeah, you know that's what's interesting.
People who didn't have dark skin were slaves. And
Right.
if they weren't slaves, they were indentured
Servants.
servants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin
And then they were
was an
bonds.
indentured servant.
Yeah.
He
What?
escaped.
Yeah. In every society, up to a certain age, there were portions of that society, right, that were either slaves or indentured servants, or in the Roman Empire. I mean, it wasn't obviously in America the race that was.
They still have slavery in the Middle East right now.
Right. I'm sure they
We're
do.
still shaking their hands. Like,
I'm sure they do. Right.
okay.
100.
Just
I've
keep sending the
I've-
oil and
well,
we're good.
the Muslims in China.
Stop crying, Buddha. Stop crying. It's gonna be all right.
Oh gosh.
In China, they got Chinese Muslims, like hundreds of thousands of them in camps, and the Chinese Muslims,
What do they call
Muslims. I don't know what they call them, but they.
Muslims?
Oh my God.
No.
But
I don't know, bro.
I mean, all of
I
North
think
Korea
the
essentially is
bubbles- I
enslaved.
think our bubbles pop.
Yeah.
So the money's gone. This is the
Right.
thing about this whole pandemic.
Yeah.
People don't get. They took the money. It was the greatest financial
Robbery.
heist
Right.
in the history
Right.
of the world,
Mhm.
and it went without.
And we're like, oh, it's okay. We need a stimulus check.
And the elite are so shocked right now. They're just standing there watching, like,
They can't believe it.
I can't
Yeah.
believe they fell for that shit.
Right. And we're just like, okay.
Mask on. Put your mask on.
A lot easier.
Like,
Yep.
I don't think people
Okay.
understand what's happening right now.
Mhm.
Because as soon as you start seeing these shelves emptying, you'll start understanding. Everything that happens in the world, you always look east. Whatever's happening there comes west. Everything. Oh, remember when there was 30 countries rioting? Right around then it was like Nepal, and then it was like Peru, and then it was France. Remember with the yellow jackets? Remember that? They burned it shit down, and then they went to all these other countries, Australia. It was over 30 countries. They're like, shit, we gotta figure some shit out. Oh, pandemic. Shut the whole world down. What happened to those riots? What happened to too high taxes? What happened to all of that? And they're just siphoning out the gold and the money. They're like, oh, shit.
Right.
And what's happening now, all these businesses, when we come back, and they're about to do the next shutdown. We're in the process of the next shutdown.
Right. This is the next phase. How many people do you think are going to listen to this time? You think they're going to listen this time? Think the people are going to listen again this time?
Listen, when you that beat down, when you...
Yeah. We're starting to get beat down a little bit.
The first time,
we are.
somebody punched us in the face.
I'm feeling that, yeah. People are starting to get beat down.
With a bloody nose and a black eye. Now we're going into a bomb blast. And whoever crawls out, we go, can you get my arm?
And people are mistrusting each other.
90%
that's terrible.
of the world's wealth is owned by the top, 1% of the population?
Right.
90%.
Right.
So you had the middle class, maybe you had some rich people, and then you had the Uber, who are the 1%.
Right.
Half these people are barely making it. Restaurants, you know how hard it is to run a restaurant?
That's what I was saying.
You
There's
gotta
like
take a hit, and they'd be like, you
really
can only have half the people. Oh, but we gotta shut you down again. Oh, they gotta wear masks. Oh, people can come in and fine you.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think they're gonna listen this time? I don't think so. I think they shouldn't. Everybody, don't close your restaurants. Don't close your hair salon. Why?
The sad part, but it's okay to have an abortion.
Yeah.
Because that's a what do you call it?
That's belief.
No. They have a list. What do you call it?
Necessity.
Right.
No, I know, essential.
But that's big.
Essential.
Yeah, essential. Yeah.
But you can't go to church if you can't have an abortion.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
We can go golf.
This whole thing, and I see it coming with, people should be able to be who they are and do what they want to do. As long as they're not harming other people.
Well, they would say, not wearing your mask.
Harm to somebody else. Be what you want. Just don't impose your shit on me. Like I told you, if I don't rock climb, I don't want a motherfucking rock climb.
Right.
But you can rock climb. That's cool. And come back and tell me all about your rock
climb. Use that scenario when you're talking about dicks and butt.
But, you know what I'm saying? So you can appreciate people do what they want. But you can't start forming these extra teams and destroy the connection that people have.
Right. Yeah, I think we need to unite. We need to stop fucking getting pissed off at each other for the little shit and
get triggered like
because they can't. They're keeping us down by separating us, and it's like goes back to so far long ago. That's how people who control you. If they separate you, it's like when the cops come.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer, right? So like when the cops come, they push these riders over here. They put these riders there. Same thing they're doing to us. Let's make everybody mad at black people, mad at white people. Let's make the Asian people feel like they're insignificant. Let's make what I mean. They're dividing us, and it's ridiculous because they're afraid of unity. They are, because if we're united, ain't nothing gonna stop us. But
yeah, and they're trying to bring the same jail mentality. I mean,
right. Right.
I've never.
That's really jail mentality.
I did go to jail for like a couple of weeks, and there's hard time.
Right.
But the structure. If you ever seen a prison, first of all, Asians can't even be in there.
No, they're others.
They're
called
others.
Others. They put them with
they got their own shit.
Yeah, there's really no Asians in prison.
And then the brothers are in the front, and then the white boys in the Aryan nation, whatever, are in the middle. And then all Mexican in the back. And you never know when the war's gonna pop off, so you gotta put your shoes on. I'm like, this dude's like, yo, what set you from? I'm like, I have a TV set.
What do you mean set?
Right.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
we just fall for it, man.
I don't know. Yeah, so I think society is gonna be run like the prison system because the race thing
ain't going away.
Very big thing.
It ain't going away.
If you get caught talking to somebody who's not in your race,
right.
that could be a problem.
Right.
And I think that's exactly what they're doing. They're dividing and conquering.
Yeah. I mean, why? I mean, what other reason is there when every other news station is talking about that?
Years ago.
What's that?
Right. The Constitution's been rewritten 20 years ago.
What do you mean?
I don't know why anybody's like,
what do you mean?
Oh, my Second Amendment.
Yeah. What do you mean? We got written 20 years ago. What was added to the Constitution or to amendment? Yeah. What amendment?
That's a whole.
Oh, hey, no, I know what you're talking about. There was. Oh God. You talked about the senators who you had me look it up, and it was about the Jewish, just like Sharia law, but it's the Jewish form of it, and all the senators.
Noahide laws. That's totally different.
Oh, okay, but that was actually put on the books. That may not be part of the amendment.
Noahide laws, yeah. Since
if anything, do you think that like a Jewish person, they have the ability to slice your head off, and that's actually in our laws.
A group came in and
they
changed the Ten Commandments to the 7 Noahide laws.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Well, there's no other religion that gets to chop off your head for something like talking to his wife or something.
It's hard to explain it, but when they sign these executive orders on a Sunday when nobody's looking, they slip these things in there.
Right.
And you got to remember, Obama, with Obamacare, he ordered, what was it, 15,000 guillotines? Where they sitting at? It's in the paperwork. Guillotine. Terrible Obamacare.
Jesus Christ.
It's in the paperwork. That's why nobody could read it. Remember?
Yeah.
They were like, "Yeah, we'll let a senator. We'll sit with you." Read it.
George Bush was
so many pages, and they blacked out so many pages.
I think George Bush set the tone, right? A lot of it. Right? That's crazy. But Obama's when I really started feeling like a president's like touch. I know George Bush set the precedent. No pun intended, but he started acting these crazy laws, but it just came so fast with 9/11, all that stuff. And then Obama, then you're all of a sudden like, wow, the president's actually like affecting my life. Like I lost my doctor for like 15 years, and like weird tiny shit, but big shit. And then all of a sudden, presidents start like.
I was saying it subliminally when I was doing comedy because I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Rattle anybody's cage.
Right.
I used to like, oh, that's funny. We got George Bush, Dick Cheney, and Colin Powell.
Right.
Dick.
And Colin.
And
Bush and Colin. Are we getting fucked or what? And very few people caught that. They're like, oh shit.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm thinking about going back to comedy though.
Yeah, you should, man. We'll need you. Maybe drop in some of your knowledge on that, but I think, what else?
Yeah.
We need some comedy in this world. So
if you don't laugh about it, I mean, the key is this. My thing is, I can't educate anybody. I'm not a professor. I don't deal with like that. I've covered a lot of things. Information I got, a lot of disinformation, a lot of real information. But the thing is, not to panic.
Right. And people are.
When it starts hitting the chat, you can never be prepared. All I can tell you is get some kind of spiritual balance. Listen, you're never going to be perfect.
Right.
Just have some kind of centering.
Inner peace.
And look to try to help somebody else. Be of service to somebody else. It ain't about you. It's never been about you.
Right.
You don't have to be Mother Teresa
or
whatever. Oh, there's a story about her too.
Who Cares podcast.
Yeah. Just be of service to people and try to look at people with more love instead of.
Absolutely.
I know some people are hard to, but you gotta. I think that's the key.
It is because everybody's really. You don't know what they're feeling right now, man. Nobody's really happy right now because we were talking about that. Even if your life is like you have everything in order, but you're sad because your friends are going through hard times, or your parents are scared because of all the things.
You're empathetic.
You're empathetic, so you're not really having happiness completely right now. It's very difficult, right? Because things.
The thing is that you have no control of it either.
Right, but you're seeing that come out. You're seeing that come out of people in weird ways right now. They're acting fucking weird.
Yeah, some people can't control that.
Also, on top of that, done a lot of biblical digging and a lot of ancient stuff, and there's like cosmic cycles. How they say, the whole Jesus story, and we talk about the planets and all this stuff.
Right.
kind of hard for me to follow that because NASA is a piece of shit. NASA in Hebrew means hidden, right?
No, I didn't.
Well, Kobe in Hebrew means COVID. So
Yeah,
that's weird
Kobe
too.
means Brian. And the strange thing, if you look at the NASA logo, they have the reptile tongue going right through the middle of it. Nobody even flinched at it.
Well, you know who the main guy of NASA was? Braun or whatever. He was the Nazi. Yeah, the Nazi badass, or not badass. I'm saying for them, he was their badass. Like he was the one why they put him in power. Because after World War I, all the nations put this after World War I, they all the nations put Germany down like this, right? So you can't have weapons, and that's why a lot of the reason why the Nazi Party rose up. But von Braun went and found the loophole. He's all, well, they didn't say nothing about rockets, or I don't even. That was a terrible German accent. But he was the one that came up with the rockets idea. So they stockpiled rockets off his idea, and now they got an arsenal, even though they couldn't own guns.
World War II, but
no. World War I was the one where they lost all their recognition because they caused the first war.
World War II.
No, but Germany caused the First World War, right? Because the Kaiser, okay? So then everybody put them down like this, right? So von Braun was one of these guys on the uppercomers, and he's like, well, if we can't have our arsenal, we're going to have rockets. So he was the one that came up with rockets that they could have, so he found that loophole. And then that's what he rose up in the Nazi, Third Reich or whatever, and then they took over, and then became World War II.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm telling on you.
Yeah, and then we made him, the head of NASA after World War II.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sounds too much like Massa, so I got so anyway.
Hey,
Massa.
The National Association of Realtors, no more, they took it out, no master bedroom, it has to be the primary bedroom.
I'm still going to say master.
Right.
Listen, I say
it was built.
Statues
Master bedroom was set in 1929.
Whatever's gonna happen,
Sure,
judgment taken, whatever, leave all that shit up. So they be like, oh, you mean that?
Woo!
But don't act like it's not there, so it's not there.
Right.
Leave that shit up. That's
right. Oh wait, so what do you think about that? The statues? I think get rid of the Confederate statues. They lost. Who cares? I understand.
Like Tyson when he was like, hey, I take him down for statue. Terry rape. I said, I didn't rape no statue. Anyway.
But what do you think about that? That's such a hot button issue, right? I mean, they lost. Why not? Get rid of them.
What? What do you mean?
The Confederate statues. I mean, don't take down Lincoln. All that.
Now they're just trying to delete history.
They should be supporting the Confederate. You know why?
The statues?
No, not the statue.
No, who cares about those statues?
The people that are Democrats who didn't realize that the KKK came
from the Democratic Party. Yeah, that's true.
I had no idea, but
I didn't know that.
More black slaves died fighting that war. They weren't slaves in the North; they were slaves.
Right. That's how
what the deal was is, hey, you fight for 2 years, you get your freedom.
Oh.
Most of them fought for 2 years and still went back slave. So you see what I'm saying? Like, where in their own right, they were heroes, right? And
that's true, right? They fought, right? They fought for the cause.
It freed the slaves. It was a tax thing. All the cotton people, where the black people were picking the cotton, they were making tons of money, like unbelievable amounts of money. Lincoln wanted to tax them 40% on their deal. It had nothing to do with slavery. Zero. He even had a letter written out and did a speech saying,
40% is a lot.
You're not going to spill one drop of your blood for any slave. So let's forget about the
Wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Brown copper.
Yeah, expand on that. What do you mean by that? You're not going to spill. He said you're not going to spill one.
It's all about money. It's always about money.
Right.
Anything you look into, I don't care anything in history.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Follow the money.
Right. I can't believe that would be the only war that morality was the reason that we went to war. Yeah, that's true. That's interesting.
The alleged Jews went around hunting down all these Nazi criminals.
Right.
That's funny. Because when your boy Werner von Braun came over,
Yeah.
he came over with 1,900 other Nazi guys.
Right. They're all living fine, yeah.
1,900, and they let them run free,
Mhm.
do whatever.
Teach
they would
schools.
never watch.
Yeah.
And they started NASA. The
Yeah.
first rocket they sent went into Mexico. I think it killed a bunch of people.
Damn.
Ah,
Yeah. They're like, hey,
Yeah, Mexico.
what the fuck?
right. That's how they felt. That's how that. Yeah.
It's like the history is crazy because you gotta watch history because history is only written by the victor.
Well, absolutely.
The real story
Exactly.
you never hear.
You know, I did see a good documentary though about that. They did. They went after Ivan the Terrible. The documentary. They thought it was Ivan the Terrible. Did you see that? He was just some like normal guy like in Pennsylvania or Idaho or I'm sorry, Ohio or something. And they thought that this man was definitely Ivan the Terrible. And he's like, what the fuck? He was in one. They think that he was in the camps, but that maybe he was or he wasn't. But they made this a big deal. He's one of the many German Nazis that came over here that worked in these plants that taught the kids at school.
The guy who ran Jekyll Island, Doctor
Mangala? Mangala.
Dr. Moreau.
Mangala?
That was Mangala. Joseph Mangala. No, he was in South America and in
living a good life.
Running tests, and that's why that same city.
Oh, that little city in Brazil. Oh, yeah.
With blonde hair,
Yeah.
twins. Like there's nothing but
yes. Yeah, no, they did a story about that.
Yeah. And that's where the U-boats used to go, and the whole Antarctica and all that.
And they found that colony, and there was like an underground bunker with all these like ready to go with like all the baddest technology. And it was on the top. It was like this nice little German town or whatever the fuck.
So what really happened with Hitler was like he wasn't a true Aryan.
He wasn't himself. No.
He had a little fucking hook.
I know.
He's
an ugly ass man.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking just hang on a bridge for days.
Yeah,
right? You're like, y'all. He's probably dyslexic.
Oh wow.
He was messed out. A little messed up.
He wasn't quite the Aryan that he wanted.
No,
to
right?
be.
They wanted to. Yeah.
If he only could go to art school, none of this would have happened. You know that, right?
Yeah. Supposedly.
He's like, all I want to do is go to art school, and he couldn't go to art school.
Well, look at his stash. That sucks.
But that bad.
He's very artistic about that stash.
You read up on Hitler. You just want to go to art school. That was it.
I know.
And you're like, okay, you want to piss me off? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to get a 4.0. Over the bird.
Yeah. Weird how they listen to him, huh? He must have been captivated. I don't speak German, but he must have been captivated motherfucker. They listen
like,
to him.
My girlfriend, I don't think you remember my ex-girlfriend, Kat. We used to live together. Her mother has numbers on her shit. And she was there when they did away with the economy the first time.
Oh, right. After World War II.
2 weeks to spend all the money.
After World War II.
2 weeks
So
later,
World War I.
she said the whole city was just carpeted with paper money. Like every denomination of money is on the ground because the money wasn't worth it. And that's where we're headed.
Yeah. Stimulus check.
People doing the same shit.
Well, yeah, because they think they could do what the UK does, and they just keep printing. Oh, we're just going to print the money even though it's not there.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
It's the same system, same shit. And what they do, what people don't understand, the elite of the elite, they go to the communist side, they pay for both wars, they watch people fuck up, and then when shit calms down, they come back to the capitalistic side.
Right. 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 Yeah, exactly.
It was a World War I and World War II. It was two Italian brothers did the banking for both sides. George Bush, Prescott Bush. I think he was taken down for being a German spy or whatever, but that's U.S. Bank, and that's what was funding the Nazis.
Right. So the Rothschilds, they started the Bank of England, and they're like 50% owners of our Fed.
Yeah, the Bauer family. Their name was Bauer. It was never, and then they changed their name to Rothschild because they bought out England. They bought out the royalty because they were bankrupt. And you can read his books, and he says, I don't care who makes the laws. I just want to control the money.
Right. I mean,
Look
makes
at them
sense.
now.
Makes sense.
Did you see the video? Did you see the video on the Freemasons? It's why I keep telling people you gotta watch, follow the Freemasons.
What's free about them?
The guy, the Rothschild or Rockefeller. Okay,
Well, Rothschilds are British.
Head of all the Freemasons in England when they had that.
They'll be
big
Rothschilds. Rockefeller's from America.
These are some sick people.
So you think Prince Andrew? You think Prince Andrew's gonna get his right now?
They're very androgynous. A lot of these presidents, like
Yes.
Bush's wife, looks like I think she looks like fucking
Alistair Crowley.
Look up
very androgynous.
George
Look
Bush
at a lot of
one.
these
He had like
world
a
leaders'
pedophile
wives,
ring
they all look like
in
men.
the White House in 1980, and that was national news.
Yeah, no. Supposedly Alistair Crowley was Barbara Bush's dad. That's
Yeah.
the story.
They look just like him.
But the time frames and all that match up.
Even in her
George
book,
Bush one.
she put a
She had a fetus in her house and she would show it to everybody.
fetus in
Ew, what the hell?
Yeah, she did. Yeah,
That's so gross.
she's a weirdo.
She likes to sing "My Milkshake Brings All the Boys."
Oh, hell no. That's so gross.
My fetus is better than yours.
Yeah, people would trip out. Like she'd be like, "Hey, look at this. Don't you like this?"
What the hell?
I'm gonna have to
Who did
draw-
that?
Barbara Bush.
No, she
That's
did not.
Legitimate. She talks about it in the interview.
Yeah.
I've seen it before.
My
Yeah.
milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're still going live on Twitch. I'm surprised we haven't shut it down. I want to just talk about real stuff. I mean, it's very, very accessible on the internet.
There's so many stories. There's a Majestic
Google
12,
machine?
which that involves Scientology guy, L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah.
It involves the guy who they claim shot Kennedy. What's his name?
Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald.
So they used to
L.
go-
Ron Hubbard, Lee Harvey Oswald. Good thing I'm not three.
They used to conjure up like all kinds of spirits and shit like that. We'll be seeing a lot of that in the very near future. There will be some strange shit.
Well, you and me just have to find Egon. You and me just have to find Egon, and then the three of us will go get. We're gonna trap these. I'm afraid to go.
That's so fucking gross.
Right?
I just
Let's
know
do it, buddy.
we're not where we think we are.
No, we're not.
We think we're somewhere. We are definitely not where we think we are.
No,
We ain't in Kansas, that's for sure.
no. Well, I know you got to get up early tomorrow, man. So we'll let you go. We're gonna probably.
Get up early. I gotta stay up.
Oh Jesus.
I gotta show up and see the judge with hand in hand. No.
Hopefully he didn't. Hopefully he didn't watch this podcast tonight.
Who cares? Yeah. So yeah, man, I was all over the place tonight, but
No, it's all good,
I was
brother.
in a weird mood, so thanks for putting up with me.
No,
Thanks
no.
for letting me. Yeah, I spoke the whole damn show.
No, we love
That's
it.
so gross. Sorry,
What?
I was just reading.
What,
But
Bush?
the next one will be better. We'll
Yes.
be more organized, and if there's any information like listeners want to find out about, like I said, I don't want to illustrate the whole thing, but give you links to finding your breadcrumb trail.
If they were interested, how would they get a hold of you? Serge on Twitter?
I think it's Serge Love on Twitter.
Right. So they can DM you on Twitter and you'll send them some shit.
I'm on Instagram. I think it's Sergio777.
On Twitter, your handle is Serge Love at Serge Love on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And if they want, they can DM you and get more information. You can send a lot of the stuff or whatever. You can talk in person.
Or they can email me. I don't care. Sergio Love 7777 at Gmail.
And your Instagram.
I'm so disorganized, bro.
I'm gonna look at it. I got you.
Put it on the end of this show.
I got you.
Oh, goodness.
At Sergio Love 77 on Instagram.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. At Sergio Love 77 on Instagram.
Okay. And this is a lot of things. There's a lot of interesting information people should know about, and I only watch the news to see what they're not saying. I don't even really watch it, but it's all lies. And the news, I can't even remember when this happened. 2 years ago, they had some big thing in Congress to state that news is under the guise of entertainment along with sports. So if they lie, they're not responsible because it's under entertainment.
Wow. Yeah. It's all editorial now. You know, there's no like actual dropping of news. You know,
Yeah.
for ratings.
What else did I want to say? Oh, when's the next time we're doing it?
Next Monday.
Next Monday.
Let's get together, everybody.
Okay.
A lot earlier, everyone.
That sounds good. And we promise to have a actual
Segments.
follow. Actually, I kind of like bouncing around, but I wish you guys would interject a little more. So I can shut the hell up and listen to you guys.
No, man. We
I don't want to interrupt you because you had some knowledge to share.
You're dropping knowledge on us.
Yeah, I just I'll just say this: we're moving into things are going to change beyond drastically very soon. I can't tell you how. I can feel it because what I saw down in that hotel, I should have recorded it. Seeing is believing. People were behaving. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. You know what the Schumann resonance is, right? Schumann? Okay. It's like something dealing with the Earth's magnetism and how certain creatures stay in certain habitats because of the magnetic, whatever it is. Well, the Schumann resonance has been spiking like crazy for the last 2 months, like they've never seen before. They don't know where it's coming from. Obviously, it's the planets and all this shit.
Right.
But that's making people and animals behave very strangely. Like deer are like walking right up to people. Turkey just sitting in front of cars on the hood. Weird stuff is happening.
Right.
So it has something to do with that.
My next door neighbors, Mexicans, they're speaking in tongues, or maybe they're just speaking Spanish. I don't know, but they're very loud. They don't care. They don't care about it. I'm sitting here.
Nah, shit.
So yeah, everybody's acting crazy.
That was different because now blacks want to work and the Mexicans don't want to work. Fuck that. What for I want to work for? No, get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh man. No, it's a crazy world. It's upside down, and what are we gonna do? We all gotta band together, man. That was great knowledge. Letting everybody know. Don't you can't panic. You can't panic.
Don't forget the people you love. Like,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Don't.
And try to have a little bit of compassion dealing with the people that you come in contact with each day. You know, you don't know where they're coming from.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I gotta go call in the morning and let you know how it goes. And,
yeah, let me know after tomorrow so we can give a good update.
And it was great talking with you now.
I know. I was listening to your guys' podcast, and that's how I was like, damn, he's really engaging. I like this. And then he's like,
wow.
What?
This is gonna be a lot more fun. I mean, tonight was really off night, but
yeah,
we'll have really good ones. Trust me.
It was a weird day.
For sure. All right, thank you, Sergio.
Okay, I'll see you guys.
We love you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, Miss Tori?
Tutorials?
Oh shit, tutorials.
Ooh, okay. Anyways, I think this concludes the night. And
yeah, did you get a lot of info from Mr. Sergio?
yes, some that I was just like, whoa.
A little bit too much.
Oh, that's like
too scary.
Some information I didn't even know about.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oof.
Really scary.
It's gross.
It's gross, but
I'm not gonna look at jars the same.
But the world needs to know some of it.
Mm-hmm.
We do need to band together as people, not let stupid little things like race get in the way.
Oh yeah.
Or if we don't like the person's point of view on something about their political party.
Yep.
You know, we can all be friends.
Yep. And engage in a very calm manner.
Yeah. Maybe they just need to live. Like you said at the beginning of this episode, they should be more like you. calming force of nature.
Well, thank you.
Well, I'm gonna
You want to say goodbye to everybody?
Well, if you guys want to find out more, go to whatstheplay.net and follow us on Twitter and Discord, YouTube, and streaming